Hey guys, it is Dr. DarkNerd here, and today we are going to be talking about the new Halo Infinity slash Halo 6. Personally, been watching some videos on it, different people's theories, so on and so forth. Been watching the trailer over and over again. Today we are basically going to be talking about the type of game it's going to be. I don't take my word as an expert or anything. I'm a Halo fan. I don't pretend to know as much as the Halo follower or other people that know a lot more than me. But just judging off of the trailer and what other people have said, I thought I had a little bit more to add to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this video. I haven't really seen anybody take a video and talk about the type of game particularly. So that's where we're going. So if you look in the trailer, you will see a warthog not only in Master Chief's helmet in the reflection. You will see them riding it through the valley, basically, when it looks like some Marines are in the valley and riding. And then you will also, in the water, that thing that we see in the water, no one really knows what it is. But it is believed that that is a warthog that it's shining light onto. I think that's all the instances of a warthog. But just judging through, you see the flare. For example, you'll see the flare, and the Marines lit the flare, and you see it off in the distance when you finally see Master Chief in the trailer. Now, the trailer isn't necessarily in order sequence-wise. Kind of like movie trailers, you'll see a clip from the beginning of the movie at the end of the trailer and vice versa and all that fun stuff. So it's not necessarily sequential. So what I'm thinking, if this is all speculation, of course, I'm thinking that if it is a game type where storyline is along the lines of Marines get stranded, Master Chief's already there or stranded there also. He has a warthog. He's going around doing, what he does best, saving people, other stuff. Let's say he picks up that group of Marines. That's kind of the beginning of the storyline. He hangs out with them for the duration of most of the game, at least. Something like that. And they're traveling around the Halo ring, doing this kind of, we don't know if it has anything to do with the flood or other stuff. But if that's the case, and he does stick around with those Marines, and you're using the warthog to get around and stuff, sounds like a bit more open world kind of game, which personally I think will be very interesting. It leaves a lot more opportunity for the development of the game, not necessarily like updates and stuff, but more of like, imagine what you can do with an open world Halo in Forge or something. Now I'm not saying good, bad, otherwise I'm just saying possibilities are there. So if this is a bit more open world, I personally, judging off of the trailer, am thinking if you take the map Blood Gulch and you multiply that by about 5 times, turn that into a valley, different scenery, I'm thinking that's about the size that we're talking about if it is more open world. Because in like Halo Reach, for example, my personal favorite, I just really like that game. It is very sequential throughout. You know where you're supposed to go. You go there, you keep moving on. It's very clear what you're doing. They do have some bigger open areas while you're playing the campaign, but that said, there's nothing particularly open world about it at all. But if it's more like that, where it's very sequential, except you can roam a lot more, I think that'd be very interesting if they can. I believe that they'll do a good job of it, but if it turns out how they're wanting it, I think that could be a very interesting game type. So that's kind of my 2 bits. I do believe, based off of the trailer, and the Halo 5 trailer was very misleading, I felt, where it's either Locke or Master Chief to the end battling. That whole trailer with the statue and it's one or the other. I find that was very misleading, and I didn't really like that trailer after the fact. Very good trailer if you don't know what's going on. It's very eye-catching. But back to the kind of the point, if this trailer is telltale as kind of what's going to happen in the game, I do believe that it will be a bit more open world. A lot of people have speculated this, but if you do stick around with the Marines, like I said, the Warthog was in multiple shots. Now, if that's the same Warthog in the water, and later on in the story, that's where you crashed it, yada yada yada, someone's searching for it for a reason. Let's say you're being hunted down by something. You and the Marines, Master Chief, and that group that he's running with. I think that would be very interesting to see, considering that I believe it's taking part about a year and a half after Halo 5 took place. I think I heard that somewhere. Do not quote me on that. I think that's what it's happening, though. So let's say he's not with any Spartan team right now, whether it's his or Locke's or anyone else, and he groups up with these Marines. I think that'd be very interesting. Let's say you can play as a Marine. That would be different for sure. I think that'd be a very fun take on Halo. Hopefully it's not most of the time like Locke was. I think a lot of fans would be very angry with that. But let's say you can switch around a little bit, or you can at least control what they do more to a certain extent, compared to like whoever your companions were with, let's say Halo Reach again. They just ran around, shot, you had no control. But if you could say, if it's more open world, you could say, okay, you go over here, or they just kind of leave you on their own or something, and they're more personality driven and not so shooty shoot. There's the bad guy, let's go over there. I think that would be a very interesting way to play Halo. And I think it would bring a lot to the storyline and everything, as in, not that the lore or anything needs added to upon Halo. I think that is a very drawing and appealing aspect of Halo, obviously. But I think it would be a different take on it, and I think that would be a very well taken way. So that's pretty much my 2 bits. I don't know how long I've been droning on, and I know I kind of repeated some stuff, but I do believe that if it is more open world and they do bring some of those aspects that I discussed into it, that it would be a very fun game, and I'm really looking forward to this. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll wait till the next video or something. Bye.